So problem 57, minus 4k squared minus 8k multiplied by 8k plus 1. Okie dokie. So minus 4k squared, we leave that one there. Then what they're asking us, I think, to do is, what I know to do, since we can't do the parentheses, since there's a variable here, we have to multiply like this. Once like this, and once like this. So we're going to be multiplying this times this, and then times this. All right, so negative 8k times 8k, which is really saying negative 8 times k times 8 times k, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that equals negative 64k squared. So this times this, this times this, boom. And then negative 8k times 1 is just anything multiplied by 1 is whatever you're multiplying, so that's minus 8k. Let's rewrite it all neat. Minus 4k squared minus 64k squared minus 8k. Now, since the variables here are the same, I can add or subtract these two items, because it's like saying I have 4 bottles and here I have 64 bottles, or I have 4k squareds and here I have 64k squareds. Here I have 8k's. This is not the same. This is not the same. So a minus is just adding the minuses. That's minus 68k squared minus 8k, and that should be the answer. Is my answer good? Yes, it is. Oops. Moving along to 58 now. And 58 says minus 9 minus 10, 1 plus 9a. All right. So once again, familiar story. We have a number here, another number here, and a brackets. We can't do the brackets because there's this a here. If there wasn't an a, we just do 1 plus 9, but there's an a, so we can't do that. So we're gonna distribute. We're gonna distribute this minus 10 over this one and this 9a. So minus 9 we don't touch right now. Minus 10 times, when there's nothing in front of a number, that means you automatically assume it's positive. Negative 10 times positive 1 equals negative 10, right? Because anything multiplied by 1 is that number you were multiplying. And then negative 10 times 9a, which is really negative 10 times 9 times a, right? So anytime there's nothing between something, you automatically multiply. It will give us minus 90a. So we can solve for this, which is minus 19 minus 90a. And that is the solution. Moving along, 59. 1 minus 7, brackets 5 plus 7p. Okie dokie. Can't do the brackets because we got a letter here. We don't know what that letter is, so we can't add these numbers. If we knew what that p stood for, then we could add, but we don't know. So we can't do it. So we have to distribute again. So it's 1. And here we're going to have minus 7 multiplied by 5, which is minus 35. And then we have minus 7, right? We're looking at this here, times plus 7p. Well, a negative times a positive is a negative. Negative 7 plus times plus 7 equals negative 49. And of course, you add the p right here, right? Because you're multiplying negative 7 by 7p. So the answer here is minus 34 minus 49p. Did I get the right answer? Yes, I did. Number 60 now. Minus 10 multiplied by x minus 2 minus 3. All right. So we're concerned with this part right here, right? We're going to multiply this by this and this by this. We're going to use the distributive property. Is that what it's called, the distributive property? Hold on a sec. Yes, it is. All right. So let's do this. Minus 10 times x minus 10x minus 10 times minus 2, which is plus 20, minus 3, minus 10x, 20 minus 3 equals 17. Is that the answer? Yes, it is. 61 now. Minus 10, minus 4, and minus 5. All right. So once again, when trying to figure out what to do, this is what we're doing first. So minus 4, well, first we'll just write down the minus 10 right here. Minus 4 times n, minus 4n, minus 4 times minus 5 plus 20. Watch out for that, huh? Two negatives make a positive. Remember, we're looking at this. Always look to the left if you're not sure if it's positive or negative. If there's nothing, it's positive. If there's a positive, it's positive. And if there's a negative, it's negative. All right. So is there any like terms we can combine here? Yes, right here. This minus 10 and this plus 20. So it would be 10 minus 4n. Is that the answer? Yes, it is. 6. Plowing forward now. Minus 6 times 5 minus m plus 3m. All right. So first we're going to look at this part right here. So minus 6 times 5 minus 6 times m. So we're going to do that. Minus 30 minus 6 times minus m equals positive 6m. And we're going to bring this down plus 3m. Oh, these guys are the same, right? So minus 30 plus 6 of something plus 3 of the same thing equals 9 of the same thing. 9m. That's solved. 63 now. 63. All right, 63, we have 4 multiplied by x plus 7 plus 8 x plus 4. All right. Now what they're doing here is they're trying to mess with us. They're trying to mess with you, actually, not me. We have to look at it differently. Let's take a look at it like this. Let's put this problem in 2. I'm going to go like this, and we're going to go like this, and we're going to go like this, then we're going to go like this. Right? Okay, why are we doing this? Because we got to multiply the brackets by what's on the left to it. So, 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 7, 28. 8 times x, 8 plus 8x, right? It's positive. 8 times 4 plus 32. This goes together, and this goes together, right? Because here you have an x term here, and here you have nothing. So 4x plus 8x, 12x. 4 apples plus 8 apples, or 4 superjets plus 8 superjets equals 12 superjets. 28 plus 32, 60. Is that the right answer? Yes, it is. Moving along now to 64. 64 minus 2r, 1 plus 4r plus 8r minus r plus 4. Is that right? Did I write that right? Yeah, it looks good. All right, same thing. Take this, and we look at this. Great idea would be to do the problem and then check to see if you got it right after. And you can do these problems more than once. You know, you don't have to just do them once and never do them again. Okie dokie. So, minus, once again, I'm going to show what we're doing here. So minus 2r times 1 equals minus 2r, right? Anything multiplied by 1 is the same thing. Minus 2r times 4r, which is really saying minus 2 times r times 4 times r, which is, if you multiply these two, minus 8 r squared, right? Because r times r equals r squared. Okay, so here we have 8r times negative r, which is really saying 8 times r times negative r. Since there is an odd number of negative in this little equation that I did there, it will be a negative answer. So minus 8r squared. 8r times 4 equals 32r, right? 8 times 4 equals 32, times r equals 32r. All right, so are there any like terms we can combine? Well, yeah, sure. We have the r's here, and then we have the r squared. So that's a apostrophe s. So these two go together. These two go together. No, I did it wrong. Hold on. Let me use a more effective eraser. All right. My old trusty pen. All right. These go together. And these go together. Minus 2r plus 32r. Well, when we're adding or subtracting like terms, you can just forget about the letter and just add and subtract the numbers, which is going to be 30, and then you add back the r, 30r. Same thing here. Minus 8 equals minus 16, and we are subtracting r squareds. And then do I get the right answer? Yes, I did. 65 now. 65 minus 8 n plus 6 minus 8n n plus 8. Is that right? Yes. Once again, let's draw a big box here. Another big box here. That'll help do the problem. Minus 8 times n, minus 8n, minus 8 times positive 6. A negative times a positive is a negative, negative 48. All right. Then minus 8n times n, which is really saying minus 8 times n, and it equals minus 8n squared. And then minus 8n plus 8 times plus 8 equals minus 64n. You see that? Minus 8 times n times 8 is minus 64n. Like terms here? Yeah, I think there are. These two buggers. So minus 8 minus 64 equals minus 72n. Bring down this one. Minus 48, bring down this one, minus 8n squared. Yeah, and I got the right answer. All right. Number 66 now.